2.
Okay, I know exactly what you're thinking. What? Let's backtrack a little bit. Good morning, guys. It's your favorite YouTuber, Z. So today I'm headed to Calgary. It's a work trip. Haven't been there before, so don't really know what to expect. I know what you're thinking. Where's the cliche montage of you traveling, Z? So I didn't really get to show you me checking in last night, but I have to say this hotel is actually pretty nice for a Marriott. They've done a pretty good job trying to make it look all modern and chic.
Wow. Wow. Whoa. Wow. Wow.
Also, are you subscribed yet? Because if not, why are you even watching this video? I'll just end this video. There's no point in making this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao. The morning was pretty interesting. Got to have breakfast with Chantal Van Santen, clearly. Explored the city a bit, made it to work, did a couple of meetings, explored the city a bit more. Downloaded Tinder, of course, swiped over 1,000,000 times, and make this video. Hope you like that little montage or whatever you name it. But guys, today I wanted to make a quick little video on why you don't have to be a cashier or a server or working at a gas station once you become an international student overseas. And people tell you you have to get those odd jobs because you don't have experience. If you ask me, that's absolute bullshit. That's actually a huge lie. Okay, picture this. Let's say you want to pursue an engineering career or a marketing career. If you put a cashier position on your resume, do you think it really counts? Absolutely not. So what should you do? Just don't spend a significant time of your student life working as a server or cashier. Now you could be judging me that, hey Z, what's wrong with being a cashier or a server? Listen, if you come from where I come from, I'm pretty sure that you wouldn't be proud of being a cashier for 3 to 4 years. So how to not become a cashier and how to get a better job with zero experience, that's a video for another day, and I'll be posting that extremely soon, and I will be sharing some amazing tips with you which will blow your mind, and honestly, it will give you a great head start to your career once you become an international student anywhere. Now in today's video, I'll cover why you're setting yourself up for failure when you start off with an odd job. Okay, here's what it is. When you come to Canada, initially, you will have a lot of money to kind of get by for the first couple of months. You completely forget about trying to get a job because you have all the money. And on the 6th or 8th month, you start realizing that you're going broke. And that's when you start looking for a job. And that's where you start failing because now you don't have any money and the sense of urgency to get a job kicks in and you will settle for anything. It could be a cashier's job, it could be a server's job, and you can't really get a professional job because you have zero experience on your resume and you never invested time into thinking how you're actually going to get a professional job with zero experience. So now you don't have money. You never had a strategy as to how you're going to get a professional job with zero experience, and the only option left for you is become a cashier. Now, here is where it gets interesting. Let's say you become a cashier, but you still gotta live, right? So you have expenses to bear. You're gonna pay for your food, you're gonna pay for your rent, and your money keeps slipping out. So you need to remain being a cashier in order to survive. So when you never strategized how to actually get a professional job, and now that you're a cashier and you have to maintain your lifestyle, you pay for your rent, pay for your food, pay for all your expenses, you have to remain being a cashier. And then guess what? Now you're just a hamster on the wheels. You're just going in circles. That's how you just set yourself up for failure. So here's what you gotta do. Once you get here, as soon as you land as an international student in any country, you gotta start working out what's the first step I need to take in order to get a professional job with zero experience. I'll cover that in a different video another day, but you need to set your mindset up in a way that you have to do that as soon as you land in a different country. So now what you're doing is you're preparing early and you're giving yourself 4 to 5 months to actually look for a professional job without any risk of having no money. Sometimes, yes, you have to become a cashier depending on the situation. Maybe your family could never support you for any of your expenses, but you have to be very smart with your intentions. You have to become a cashier with the intention knowing that that's not gonna last for you more than a couple of months. This is what I will suggest you. Let's say instead of putting in 20 hours, you put in 14 hours hours a week of being a cashier. That will probably cover your bills for a little bit. And the 6 hours of work that you could have put in, invest that time into actually putting together a plan. Reach out to people who's in the same career pathway as yours. Talk to them, get advice from them, ask them, how can you get started? Once you meet a bunch of people, once you get exposed to a couple of job opportunities and you get rejected, you're gonna start connecting a few dots. And you're actually gonna end up figuring out what exactly it will take you to land that first job. And yes, it does take time to get your first professional job, but it will never take you over a year. Look at me, guys, I just graduated this May and now I'm traveling for work. I'm a national marketing manager for a global company. How did I land that? People are gonna tell you that, hey, you're not gonna be able to do it. A lot of people told me that I was never gonna get a job because I was so involved in doing other stuff. That's what got me here. And that's the experience that I want to share with you and help you stand out, be different, and trust me, if you're ambitious, you will get it. So that's basically it. It was a quick video where I wanted to share with you why being a cashier and not paying attention to the actual long-term goal that you have can set you up for failure. Here's one thing. It's always gonna be you and your hard work and your commitment that's gonna get you to where you want to. And no one else will ever have an impact on your career as much as you can actually influence it. So don't just fall into the trap of being a cashier and keep on being a cashier for your whole student life just because someone else is telling you that that's the only way out. Guess what, guys? When someone tells me that there's only one way to do something, that tells me that there's an opportunity to do it in a different way, because all these people, they're doing it only one way. They're not trying out all the other ways that are possible, and they're not testing out those ways. And guess what? Testing out those ways shows you the perfect way to actually stand out and be different from these people who actually failed. Like, I'm not trying to come off mean when I say that, but I don't find it fair when people just come and tell them that this is the only way you should do something just because they couldn't do it. So what you have to do is prepare early before your money runs out and you have that sense of urgency kick in that you need a job, and you get to the point where you become so desperate that you settle for any job. Watch one of my previous videos where I share why you should look at the location of a university, because that really determines the potential of you landing your first professional job. Don't just go to a university because it's cheap. Go to a university that's in the perfect location. There are lots of job opportunities available. If you're gonna go to Manitoba in the middle of nowhere and there are no opportunities available, guess what? You have to become a cashier. You just need to keep that in mind, that you cannot be doing odd jobs for your entire 4 years of student life. The max you should do an odd job, I would say, is 4 to 5 months, no more than that. Some people that do those odd jobs, they make some money, they completely forget their purpose, where they want to get to. They give up, they think that there's no way, and they stop looking. And the people who tell you that's okay, that's absolute horseshit. Don't listen to them. They settle in their life. They peak in their career at a certain level because they were never ambitious enough and they didn't have big dreams. Guess what? They become bad examples for the people who are driven enough and actually want to make an impact within the community. And you don't listen to them because they never took that risk in order to land a good job. And I have to tell you, it comes with a risk. You have to be committed, you have to be driven, and you have to know where you're going if you want to start off with a good job with zero experience. And that will happen for you, but all you gotta do is stay committed. You have to keep on looking, you have to test out, you have to keep on trying. Get rejected, but guess what? When you get rejected, take notes as to why you couldn't land that job. So the next time you apply, you're actually gonna end up figuring out what exactly it will take you to land that first job. Guys, I have to tell you how many risks I took to find out what really works for me. I have friends who graduated and they've been looking for jobs for a year and a half. People complain about they can never get a good job after graduating. Why? They never had a plan as to how they will transition into a professional job. So you got to prepare early. You have to know where you're going. You always need to have a strategy, because your strategy will drive the structure for your life. You want to get somewhere, you gotta have the strategy as to how you want to get to it. So that's about it. Guys, I hope you like that little segment. I'll be making more videos on how you can actually get professional jobs with zero experience and keep skyrocketing in your career and keep standing out and become different than the usual crowd. Trust me, 99% of the people are quitters. They give up. You have to be within that 1%, and to become that 1%, you need to make sure you put in the work, stay committed, and dream big. Set goals. Don't just wish for things. Want it, let your actions speak for it, and do whatever it takes. Hope you liked the video. Make sure to subscribe, and you can also follow me on Instagram at Syed_Zihad, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.